Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And as you guys will already know, the previous episode would have been called Legendary Kicks In. And what I meant by that is, after me doing so well in pre-season and doing so well in the Ajax Road to Glory, the previous episode is the first time I have felt legendary really take over, and you can see that from the scoreline in the previous episode. So of course the first game, of course, was against Spurs in the FA Community Shield. Feeling confident, we had a great pre-season, and unfortunately went and got absolutely dominated 3-0. Couldn't believe it. We went in at half time, it was still 0-0. I felt like we were playing well, the lads were passing the ball nicely, we had a few attempts, and then once they went 1-0 up, then it was 2-0, and before you knew it, it was 3-0, and we sadly lost. So we've had two pieces of silverware up for grabs already into this season. We had the pre-season Invitational Cup, which we won, and then we've also had the FA Community Shield, which of course we sadly lost 3-0 against Spurs. And then the next game up was the first game in the Premier League. It was against Bournemouth, and I kind of just forgot about the Spurs game and thought, right, it's a new start to the Premier League. Let's do some damage. Within minutes, I think it was the 7th minute, we were already 1-0 down, but we didn't give up. That is the good thing about this channel, the heart, the supporters, myself playing. I don't give up. We keep going, and we managed to pull it back to 1-1. Then we pushed on for 2-1, but then sadly in the 87th minute, Bournemouth did get through on goal. Alisson hasn't done great so far. He hasn't been the best keeper. It's not looking like as good as he was in Season 1, but they then did score another goal later on into the game. I think it was the 87th minute, and it went to 2-2. And that was the end of the game. So we lost the first game against Spurs and drew against Bournemouth. And in today's episode, it doesn't get any easier. You can see there the first game is going to be the UEFA Super Cup against Chelsea. That was because we were the winners of the Champions League last season, and Chelsea were the winners of the Europa League the season before as well. And then we have Wolves in the Premier League, and right now Wolves are absolutely dominating. They've just beat Spurs, I think 2 days ago, and the scoreline was 3-1. They went 1-0 down, they didn't give up, they kept fighting, and they have done very well against the top six, the likes of United, City, Liverpool, Chelsea. Even the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes when they played ourselves in real life, they absolutely dominated. But hopefully we can change things up in this episode. As I say, guys, it's all about legendary right now. We've changed to a brand new difficulty. Yes, I'm doing okay in the Ajax career mode, and you guys have been saying maybe you need to up it. This is showing you now that legendary is a challenge for me, and this season ahead is definitely going to be a challenge. I quickly want to talk about a comment I seen on the previous episode, and that was, Brad, you've signed all these new players, why they're not getting in the team, and how big is the actual squad now? And this is something I want to show you guys, because I don't think everyone understands now how big this squad actually is, even with all the new players coming in. Every position now, left wing, striker, right wing, right back, left back, we have at least 3 players that can play in that position, which is absolute madness. So you can see there, that is the starting 11. We will be putting that starting 11 out against Chelsea in the UEFA Super Cup. Then you look at the bench, we got Godin, Semedo, Ramsey, Naby Keita, Talisca, Junior, Shaqiri. Now you think that is a super bench. That is some unbelievable talent on that bench. But even when we go into the reserves, you've got Marko Grujic, who's now going to be playing in the central defensive midfield for us. Kieran Tierney for the backup left back. Jimenez, who played a lot in Season 1 but now struggles to get in the team. Dejan Lovren, a player we were going to look at selling, but you guys want me to move on Matip instead. Moving down, we got George Bailey, played absolutely unbelievable in pre-season and won the final for us. James Milner. Matip, 82 overall, we are looking to move him on, still incredible talent. Angel Correa plays at striker for us. Sessegnon, Jonathan Tah, Brewster, Henderson. The talent is ridiculous. Even going further down, you got Lallana there. Yes, we're looking at moving him on. Ings, Alves. But what I've basically done now is once you get to pretty much this line here, everyone else below is either going out on loan or is looking to be sold, because they're all youngsters. They're not going to get in the team. Yeah, okay, there's a little bit of an older generation there in Danny Ings and Alves and Lallana, looking at moving them on. But pretty much everyone in this line and down, I'm looking to either sell or loan out. Like the likes of Markovic, I'm looking to sell, whereas Solanke, I'm looking at putting out on loan. Brewster, I'm looking at putting out on loan. But Jonathan Tah, the brand new man we just signed for 32 million, he can't even get onto the bench because he's got to get ahead of Diego Godin. And Godin's got to break into the team because we've got Virgil van Dijk and Gomez. So I just thought I'd show you guys how much talent we actually have throughout this squad. But what we have to remember is there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of games this year. We have like 7, I think we're down to probably 6 now, trophies that we are going to be playing. We've obviously got the Premier League, Champions League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. There is so many games ahead of this season, but that is the lineup I am putting out against Chelsea. We've got Mane on that left wing, Roberto Firmino striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gini Wijnaldum linking up with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in the centre of midfield, Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, Robertson at Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with of course Alisson in goal. Now, what I have learned, guys, I have been watching my Ajax career mode since episode 1 all the way to current day. And what I have noticed I am doing differently compared to this one, or this career mode should I say, is I'm so used to the Ajax now, right? We play wide players. We've got Mane and Salah out wide. We've got Trent and Robertson out wide. We have Trent and Robertson overlapping constantly, darting down the wings. I'm so now used to playing the Ajax career mode, I realised in the last episode that I watched, Legendary Kicks In, I realised I'm playing too central. All game I was trying to play it through the centre, play it to the striker, then play it back into the midfielders, and I forget to push the wings. And that's just because I've got so used to playing with Ajax where we play a 4-2-3-1. I've got to remember in this one, we're playing a 4-3-3, so we need to use the out wide options, cut in with Salah. I did on a few occasions, but going from one formation to the other, you've really got to get used to where the strong points are and where the weak points are. But hopefully we will change that up in this game against Chelsea. And the main thing I do in the Ajax is I play a lot of possession football. You guys only see the highlights, but I tend to want to keep the ball. Against Spurs, we just kept giving it away and they got us on the break. And unfortunately, that's why they won 3-0. So hopefully going to change it up in today's episode, especially against Chelsea and Wolves. Hopefully looking to bag the 3 points against Wolves and get off to a bit of a better start in the Premier League. Also, just quickly want to mention, in the previous episode, I told you guys that I have a brand new professional studio microphone. I was asking you guys how it sounds. Is it nice and crisp and all stuff like that? You guys said it was absolutely unbelievable. A lot of you saying, Brad, it's amazing. Sounds a lot crisper than the old one. This is a brand new studio microphone. I'm sure in a couple of years it'll have the same problems. But right now it's brand new, it's fresh, and it's ready for 2019. Because guys, trust me, 2019 on this channel is the place that you guys are going to want to be. For brand new content that's very unique, new games, new FIFA content. It's going to be unbelievable. But let's get into this game against Chelsea. And let's try and bag another piece of silverware this early into the brand new season. We've already had some incredibly difficult games already. Spurs in the FA Community Shield. Would have loved to have picked that up. That would have been the Invitational Cup in pre-season and the FA Community Shield within 2 weeks of each other. And now, 2 weeks later, up for grabs is the UEFA Super Cup. This is massive. The champions of the Champions League and the champions of the European Cup. This is massive. The Super Cup is a cup I would love to be raising at the end of this game. In 90 minutes time, I hope that is the trophy that we list, because I'll be absolutely gutted if within a week we lose to Spurs and Chelsea. This is going to be huge. We need Bobby absolutely gunning and firing on all cylinders, and we just need to get into this first half and see what damage we can do to this Chelsea side. Make him cut back, and here they come once again. Here they come once again. Alisson with a big save. Trent looking for Salah. Salah in to Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino over to Gini Wijnaldum. We got Mane breaking in now. Mane, finish it, son. Mane, 1-0. That is what we needed. I'm not going to get too excited. I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to stay compact. I'm going to stay concentrated. Normally I'd be screaming and doing laps, but this is legendary. It means nothing. Nice bit of football there, Gini Wijnaldum. Nice little weighted ball through to Mane. Slots it home with a right-footed finesse. Absolutely beautiful touch there for Mane. Stops the ball and bends it past Kepa. Salah into Bobby. Bobby to try and come away with the ball. Kante's all over that one. And there we go. The referee blows for half-time. It's definitely been a better result so far than it was against Bournemouth and Spurs. I feel like we've controlled the game a lot better. They've had 1 or 2 clear-cut chances. We've dealt with it. You can see there, 5 shots, 3 on target for ourselves. Chelsea only having 2 shots, 1 on target. Feeling confident right now. I just think I've got to keep in mind possession football. If I keep the ball, there's no way they can score. But I've also got to look at breaking it forwards. But nevertheless, let's get into the second half. It is Chelsea to kick us off. And let's see if we can do some damage in the second half. Is Firmino. Up the line for the Ox. The Ox into the middle for Firmino. Into Gini Wijnaldum, who can hit them. Hits it. Oh, what a beautiful goal. Wow, Gini Wijnaldum with an absolutely incredible goal. I didn't expect that. I thought when he hit it, it was such a slow shot. I thought this is going over the bar, but it had some really wicked downward curl on it. Nice bit of top spin. It hits the bar. Kepa doesn't expect it, and it's in. Only just. Only just. There we go. Now it's over. When it was paused there, I wasn't too sure, but it did play on a little bit. And Gini Wijnaldum finds the back of the net, and what a beautiful, and I mean beautiful goal that was. I'm sure many of you thought that was not going in the back of the net when Gini Wijnaldum hit that. Over to the Ox. The Ox looking to feed in Salah. Here's Salah. Cuts in onto his left foot. Bends one just wide. Here's Hazard. We've kept him quiet so far. Let's just keep it going. And I say that as they start coming forward with Hazard now. Van Dijk to get there. Beautiful tackle from Van Dijk. And I think with that absolutely unbelievable tackle coming from the captain, it's about time we make some changes. So I think the changes I'm going to make are... Let's have a little look who's got less fitness between the Ox and Gini. So it is the Ox. Let's switch that back. We're going to take the Ox off. And we're going to let's bring Naby Keita on. A bit more flair in the midfield going forward. I'm also, for the first time, going to bring Semedo on for Alexander-Arnold-Trent because he wasn't fully fit at the start of this game. And I don't want to risk him getting injury. And then I think the last move has got to be Shaqiri for Salah because Mane and Bobby are looking quite tasty up there. I probably could now shut shop and take Gini Wijnaldum off and bring Ramsey on. Play a little bit more defensive. But I'm thinking there's a third goal in the tank. We are 2-0 up. If worse comes to worse, Chelsea score 1. We just got to stay concentrated, stay compact, and we've got to keep fighting. But I think there is definitely a third goal amongst this Liverpool team. So let's jump back in to this second half, get the new players on, and hopefully push on for the third. Let's go, Robertson. We're going to have to pull Van Dijk ball into the middle. Let's get there. Hazard's there, but it's straight into the hands of Alisson. Naby Keita, round the corner to Shaqiri. Here's Shaqiri. Nice ball in, looking for Bobby. It's cleared away. Only as far as Fabinho, who can hit them on the volley. Hits it over the bar. Is this going to be our first game where we keep a clean sheet? I would like to hope so. Let's keep that pressure on this Chelsea team. They can't get out if we don't let them. And there we go. The ball falls to Van Ginkel. But the referee has blown for full time. And we are the UEFA Super Cup winners. Our second piece of silverware this early on into Season 2. Happy, happy days. And there we go. Virgil van Dijk lifting a second piece of silverware for the second time this season. So right now, out of 3 trophies, we've won 2. The FA Community Shield was the one that we lost. But the Invitational Cup and the UEFA Super Cup are the 2 that we lift. And Van Dijk, the captain's armband. Oh, hey, there we go. That is what I'm talking about. Considering last episode we were on Legendary and this episode we were on Legendary, they look like 2 different difficulties because we really, really played well in today's game against Chelsea. Very, very happy with that result, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Van Dijk lifts the trophy once again. Alisson is absolutely going mental there. And the lads pose for a photo. The UEFA Super Cup champions, Liverpool, are crowned the champions, and there we go. Invitational Cup and the Super Cup already in our trophy cabinet. Now you've still got to remember we've still got the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Premier League and the Champions League. Another 4 trophies this year that can potentially end up in our trophy cabinet. But what an absolutely incredible game that was against Chelsea. Mane with a beautiful goal. Gini Wijnaldum with an absolutely unbelievable crack. Load of topspin in off the crossbar. We definitely were the better team, and I'm sure the stats will show that. 8 shots, 3 on target compared to Chelsea's 3 shots, 2 on target. We had the same amount of possession. I am very happy with how I played there, and the lads played very well as well. Right, and here we are, guys, at match day. We are about to face off against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League. Now, something I forgot to do in the previous episode, and somebody did leave a comment, and I can only apologise. I forgot to show you guys who come up in the brand new season, who was promoted. So if we go to the bottom, Stoke City were a newly promoted team. The same with Aston Villa, who are currently in 16th. And then the other team is... Who is the other team? Leeds United in 10th. How did I miss them? There we go. Leeds, Aston Villa, and Stoke were the newly promoted teams this season. I'm shocked that Chelsea are down in 17th, although we did just absolutely dominate them, so it's no shock at all. I'm intrigued to see where Wolves are, because if you guys remember, in Season 1, Wolves were like second in the Premier League all the way until the last 2 weeks, and then they dropped to third, but they had an absolutely unbelievable season. There we go, they're already up in 5th place. Manchester City are top, United second, Newcastle are all the way up there as well, Spurs, Wolves, Arsenal, Everton, and Bournemouth. We are still down in 11th because unfortunately we did draw our first game against Bournemouth. Hopefully we can change that up against Wolves and bag another 3 points and hopefully get at least into the top 10. That would be nice for the end of today's episode. I'm also absolutely gutted, guys. Wouldn't it be lovely if I could send some of that transfer budget over to the Ajax career mode? So many of you guys have been leaving comments about buying new players in the Ajax Road to Glory, and we just don't have the funds since we signed Giovanni Simeone. Guys, little cheeky plug there. If you haven't watched the Ajax Road to Glory, definitely go and give it a watch. It's an unrealistic career mode, and it's been a real ball so far. But jumping back into the game against Wolves, this is the lineup I'm putting out, and we do have some of the newbies in that squad. We got Ryan Sessegnon out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Shaqiri on the right wing, Ramsey and Naby Keita in the central midfield, Marko Grujic in the central defensive midfield, Tierney, Van Dijk, Godin and Semedo at the back, with Alisson in goal. And as you can see, Marko Grujic made his way back into the team. Ramsey starting. Diego Godin is getting his first start in a red shirt. Semedo is getting his first start. He did come on as a sub in the previous game, but he's getting his first start. Tierney's back in the team. And of course, we've got Anderson Talisca. And there was somebody else that we signed this season that is also on the bench that will come on probably late into the second half. But let's go ahead and get into this game against Wolves. We just had a great result against Chelsea. Beat them 2-0. We've just won a trophy. Again, for this game, because we're away, Wolves can play in their standard yellowy orange, and we will play in our third kit. Because I know a few of you guys do want to see the third kit a little bit more. I normally just rotate between the red and the purple because of kit clashes. Obviously, if we were to play Wolves in their white kit, that is very difficult. It'll kit clash, and that basically means when the colours are very similar, when the camera pans out to actually play the game, it's difficult to work out who's your player and who's your opponent. But with them being in their orange kit and their orange and black kit, we can happily play in our grey. But I'll try my best to make sure I rotate between the red, purple and grey kit. But let's go ahead and get into this game against Wolves. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to seeing Anderson Talisca come on, as well as one of the other players in the second half. Let's travel to the Molineux Stadium and hopefully bag our first 3 lots of points in the Premier League. Well, we're at the Molineux Stadium and I am excited for this game. One of the main players I'm actually excited to see is Ryan Sessegnon, because you guys will know that we tried to get Junior in the first season and we couldn't. He was brand new player for Real Madrid. So we went for Ryan Sessegnon, and Ryan Sessegnon absolutely smashed it. More assists than Mane, more goals than Mane. He really had to fill some big boots, and he really, really did. And I'm hoping he's going to do the same sort of thing. Junior has already come into this team and is fitting in nicely. But I've just got to make sure that loads of the players that don't normally get played, Shaqiri was always like a super sub. Now that Salah's not fit, he will come in there. Could play Junior there, but I want to make sure most of the Liverpool players are still getting in the team. So let's go ahead. Oh, Divock Origi, I forgot we sold him to Wolves, and he is their lone striker, and it is Divock Origi to kick this first half off. So let's go ahead and get into this game, and hopefully by half time have a little bit of a decent lead. Going into Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino got a lovely overlap there from Naby Keita. Going to try and cut back. Naby Keita onto his left foot. Strikes it. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. And it is Aaron Ramsey's first goal for Liverpool. We got a little bit lucky there, because if the keeper didn't palm it away, and if he'd have caught it or done something else, it wouldn't have ended up in the path of Aaron Ramsey. Now, you guys left a comment saying, so Ramsey comes from Arsenal, joins Liverpool, and then when you're playing Spurs, which is Arsenal's biggest or one of biggest rivals, he goes and scores an own goal to give the trophy to Chelsea. Aaron Ramsey's now scored finally his first goal. I'd say in a red shirt, but it's not in a red shirt. But it is his first goal for Liverpool, and what a goal that is. 1-0 up after the 9th minute. Over to Naby Keita. Go on, Semedo's pushing forwards now. Semedo looking for Shaqiri, who's got in behind, and he is going to be onside. Here comes Shaqiri now. Shaqiri to Dancer's man. Does nice. Come on, inside again. Shaqiri. Bobby Firmino. Go on. There we go. Ryan Sessegnon. Tell you what, Bobby Firmino should do a lot better from there. But I'm just glad that Ryan Sessegnon, I mentioned him at the start of this game, he had big boots to fill in Sadio Mane's. And once again he's there, heads it into the back of the net. Patricio with a beautiful save from Bobby Firmino, but pushes it straight into the path of Ryan Sessegnon, who's never ever missed him from there. And Ryan Sessegnon scores his first goal for Liverpool this season and his first goal in the Premier League. Oh, Bobby dived in for that one there. Luckily enough, the ball's going to be kept in. Let's go, Godin. Let's go, Godin. Play it back. Godin! Godin! Oh, wow. Godin didn't actually get the ball first touch, and luckily enough, we come away with it. Play that into the middle. Nicely done. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey up to Bobby Firmino, and there we go. Referee blows for half-time at the Molineux Stadium. I mean, considering we lost 3-0 to Spurs and drawn 2-2 to Bournemouth, we've then beat Chelsea 2-0 in the UEFA Super Cup, and now we're 2-0 up already against Wolves. They haven't even had a shot. We've had 12 shots, 9 being on target. This is what we've seen in Season 1, and finally, I feel like the team is starting to gel. And I think of us being 2-0 up, we may as well make a few changes. So I think those changes are going to be, let's get Talisca on for Bobby Firmino, because Bobby Firmino is looking alright. He's not fit. He is fully fit right now. But I think we may as well rotate it and give Anderson Talisca a little run out. And I think the last move is going to be Junior for Xherdan Shaqiri. I'm happy with how everyone else is playing. Don't get me wrong, Bobby and Shaqiri are doing wonders right now. But I'm thinking, I want to change it up a little bit. Let's get some fresh players on, get the fresh legs on, and push for a third, possibly even a fourth. I can't wait to see Anderson Talisca. I really want to see the best from him this season. And look at that, already intercepted. Anderson Talisca, ball through now to Junior. What a ball, ball into the middle. Ramsey makes it 3-0. I literally was just saying, and you guys are going to see it in the video, because I'm going to make sure to keep that in. I said I'm looking forward to seeing Anderson Talisca getting the best from him. Look at that pass. He intercepts the ball, plays that pass right through to Junior. Absolutely unbelievable pass. Who then squares it across to Aaron Ramsey, and he did score an own goal against Chelsea. This time round, he scored 2 for Liverpool. Aaron Ramsey pushing on now. Aaron Ramsey has got Sessegnon wanting to break forwards. That's a good ball there. We're going to have Anderson Talisca in the middle. Nice little ball in now. Junior's there. Junior! 4-0. It is the Real Madrid man, or the ex-Real Madrid man. Junior has scored another goal for Junior. He scored a fair few in pre-season, and I think that's his first Premier League goal, and what a goal it is. Beautiful, beautiful goal. There we go, his first goal in the Premier League. Let's go, nicely done. Virgil van Dijk. Play that through now. Oh, Godin. That was a silly mistake. 4-1. I was just literally praising Diego Godin. And unfortunately, when you've got the likes of Wolves players, so you've got Jimenez, you've got Jota, you've got Divock Origi, Traore, when you've got fast players like that up top, we can't play around too much. And we've got Van Dijk and Godin, who aren't the fastest. It was a terrible, terrible pass. Maybe it was the wrong pass from me. But in the end, it falls to Jota, and he scores his first goal in the Prem, and it is against us. We're not going to get a clean sheet, but nevertheless, it's 4-1. Jota putting it down this far side now, looking for Origi, who is going to outpace Diego Godin, but he has got the strength. That's what we want to see from Godin, and that's a terrible pass again. Terrible, terrible pass once again. I've got to be honest, it was one of the worst passes, if not the worst pass I've done this game. Tried to play it over to Tierney, shouldn't have went there. Oh, I've just ruined it, because obviously there's a chance. I've got to get a good goal difference to donate the goal difference in pounds to charity. I had a goal difference of 4, now it's gone down to a goal difference of 2, which I'm a little bit gutted about. And there we go, the ref does play for full time at the Molineux Stadium. Okay, we had a goal difference of 4. Would have liked to have kept that, but 4-2, I can't complain. We scored a lot of goals. We won. We've bagged another 3 points, or the first 3 points, should I say, in the Premier League. We won the UEFA Super Trophy, or Super Cup. Nevertheless, we beat Wolves 4-2. I'm happy with the result. Plenty of shots from ourselves. 16 shots, 12 on target. Wolves had only 2 shots. And let's be honest, guys, Diego Godin gifted them both of those shots, and gifted them the 2 goals. I'm just gutted that I was praising Godin of how good he was and the experience he's going to bring, and then he does 2 terrible passes. Maybe it's because I was playing the wrong pass, but I would have thought it still would have got through. especially with the first one, maybe not the second one so much, but you know what, guys, we beat Wolves 4-2 and we bag our first 3 points in the Premier League. Right, and here we are, guys, back at the Central for the final time in today's episode, and it just goes to show how crazy football can be. We were 11th position. That win over Wolves has boosted us right up to 4th position. We are only 2 points behind the leaders Spurs, who unfortunately we did lose to in the Community Shield. We're 2 points behind Everton as well as Arsenal. Then you've got Newcastle and Southampton also in the top 6 with those other 4 teams. So things are going great right now. I'm glad that we bounced back and beat Wolves. We've also just won another piece of silverware. We absolutely annihilated Chelsea in the UEFA Super Cup, so I'm happy with that. But the next episode is another big one, and I'll tell you why it's a big one. Not only have we got Manchester United coming to Anfield in an attempt to take 3 points off us, we also kick off the Carabao Cup. I think our first team is against Norwich. There we go, Norwich on the 27th of August. Now you might be thinking, Brad, okay, the United game's big, but why is the Carabao Cup game big? And it's as simple as this, guys, right? This year, because in Season 1, I done all 5 or 6 trophies. Let's go through them. So we won the Carabao Cup, we won the FA Cup, Premier League, and the Champions League. We went into and we won the pre-season. So we won 5 trophies in the first season. In this second season, I said the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup I'm not too fussed about. And what I mean by that is I'm going to play a completely random team. So you'll find like players that have not played with each other. So we'll have like Tierney at left back. We'll have Godin in there. Maybe Jimenez, maybe Jonathan Tah, Semedo. Not the normal starting 11. So you can see there against Manchester United, that is the normal starting 11. Mane, Firmino, Salah, Gini, Keita, Fabinho, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez, Trent and Alisson. When it comes to playing the game in the Carabao Cup, we'll have George Bailey in goal. We'll have a completely different back four. We'll change up the midfield. We'll have Marko Grujic in there. We'll have Jordan Henderson in there. We'll have the Ox. When it comes to going forwards up top, we'll have Angel Correa at striker. Then coming on for Angel Correa might be Anderson Talisca. We'll play Junior out on the right wing. We'll play Ryan Sessegnon on the left wing. We completely rotate the team, and I'm excited for this because in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, we're going to see what players of a random bunch stick out the most. And obviously I was praising Godin then, but unfortunately he slipped up twice and really let us down. But again, I'm the one controlling him. I just thought his passing quality was a little bit better, but maybe now he's dropping down the ratings, it's not as good as I thought. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.